First of all, what is the Teen Response Center?
Good question. Response Center is a adolescent and family resource center. Our mission is to serve teens 12 to 21 in the Jewish and general community, and hopefully through providing counseling, outreach and prevention services, leadership opportunities, and medical care around unintended teen pregnancies and sexually transmitted infections, we really hope to empower teens to make healthy choices in all areas of their lives. Response Center is a program under the auspices of the Jewish Federation of Metropolitan Chicago, and it was originated in about 1970, really with just the outreach department itself. There were no clinical programs and no medical unit programs at that point in time. We moved to this location here at the corner of Grosse Pointe Road and Skokie Boulevard about 22 years ago. But we started in Rogers Park, and some of the executive directors of the Jewish Federation were really noticing that there were teens in the Rogers Park area that were just kind of hanging out and engaging in really risky behaviors. And so the idea was to hire outreach and prevention young adults to go out into the parks and engage them in dialogues. It was really difficult for teens to engage in counseling in environments that were pretty sterile and stark and really more built for adults. And so Response Center itself was actually born. A lot of the teens who first were seen here at this center 22 years ago or so created the murals that you'll see on the walls as you go up the stairs. And so we have created what we hope is a teen-friendly environment, but also one where families can feel comfortable bringing their adolescents. Historically, in '99, we opened a satellite office in Buffalo Grove, and that has been growing ever since.
So in outreach, one of the big programs that we just worked on with our group LEAP is actually the shirt that Melissa is wearing. It was called Art Speaks Out, and it was part of a grant that we received from the National Crime Prevention Council, and it was free creativity to the teens, whatever they wanted to do, however they wanted to do it, and it was all about raising awareness to other teens and to adults about teen victimization. So they got to choose the topic, they got to choose what event we did. So what we did was Art Speaks Out, and what that was pretty much just an art expo of sorts, and where teens came together. They wrote stories, poetry, artwork, and it was all about raising awareness about domestic violence, sexual assault, and hate crimes within the teen community.
So our other teen group besides LEAP is Snowball. Bridget's going to be co-facilitating that this year. I co-facilitated it last year. It's completely teen-led and planned retreat. This year is actually going to be from March 14 to 16 in 2008. We hold it up at Camp Henry Horner. All teens are invited to attend, so anyone can come. And during the weekend, we just cover a lot of topics, everything from improv games to more serious topics like tutting or self-harm or anything like that.
This is where, I guess, it all begins. Kids come up the stairs and first are usually greeted by our receptionist. Really up and down the hallway you'll see counseling spaces, counseling offices. Our outreach board, which right now looks like it's depicting some of our events that have taken place over the past year. The Snowball Weekend that was in 2006, some of the LEAP activities where they were at shelters, a bonfire that we recently did, open mic night. Our outreach department extraordinaire, they are hard at work. Bridget, Brittany, Melissa, creating programs. This here is the lounge that we were talking about that was actually just created by members of our girls group, which met over the summer. So we recently pulled a lot of the furniture in here, and then some of the teens have worked on some collages. We're going to do some art and probably some more murals on this wall. And they decorated the door recently and kind of identified it as their space. So we were really pleased with that. This is a space where we have graduate master's level clinicians from graduate programs, and usually we have at least one or two interns throughout the year with us. This kind of enters our medical unit space, and we hold our medical clinics here on Tuesday and Thursday evenings in the Skokie location, and on Monday and Wednesday afternoons and evenings in our Buffalo Grove location. So teens will come into our reception area, and they will be scheduled to see our therapist staff, therapeutic staff, as well as our medical provider, who here in Skokie is a nurse practitioner, and out in our Buffalo Grove location, it's a physician's assistant. This space is one of our clinicians' offices, and this office space is for our medical unit coordinator. And this is our room where our exams take place, and For those of you who know, what a medical office looks like, we try to make this space a little bit more comfortable for our teenagers. And it's not just kind of an in and an out appointment. It's really a program that we want people to join for minimally a year. Many of our teens have been with us 4, 5, 6 years, where they can receive all of their gynecological care and have an opportunity to talk one-on-one with a counselor about anything that's going on in their lives.